Hi, thanks for clicking on my video. I'm going to do a mid-September update here. Also, I'm celebrating today as I've hit 100 subscribers. I so appreciate everyone that's subscribed, and if you haven't, it's free to do so, so please click the subscribe button and stick around for some of my things, my nature, my garden. I'm going to be snowshoeing in the winter, so welcome. All right, I'm going to start with my black-eyed Susan vine. It's held up, it's filled out on the fence here, and I've really enjoyed it this summer. Really enjoyed it. It's just been beautiful. Not a lot of upkeep. Now the rest of my garden is kind of in ruins. Let's see, we'll start this way because of the sun. My cucumber is pretty much barely hanging on. It has some different diseases going on. There are some little cukes in there still growing though, and I've probably gotten at least 40 cukes this summer. So yeah, it's been worth it. I've been eating a lot of cukes, enjoying it. My pumpkin plant has a little bit of powdery mildew. This is the one that's supposed to make the giant pumpkins, 1,500 pound, if you've watched my other videos. I do have 2 in here, and yeah, they're growing. They're different looking than what I'm used to because these are the ones that are supposed to grow, of course, huge, but it's fun to see them. I've been drying out some of my sunflowers here on the fence, and I think a bird was eating this one, but there's seeds in there. And here's this old mutant sunflower. It's still drying out, but I just wanted to show you that if I just peel this back, all these white are the seeds, and I'll be saving them for next year to plant. Look at that, isn't that fun? But I'm going to let this dry out a little bit more, and then I'll let the seeds dry out. We'll put it back on the fence. Marigolds are still looking lovely. Now this tomato plant, the tomatoes just don't want to seem to ripen. So we're going to have a couple days here in the 80s. So I'm going to let those sit for a couple more days, and then I might just pick them all. My petunias, no, not petunias, sorry, my pansies are still looking beautiful. I love little pansies. So they're hanging in there. My sunflowers are about half dead and still half still blooming. So we got some up here. Beautiful blue sky today. I really enjoy sunflowers. If you've watched my other videos, I just love them. Bring me a lot of joy. Now my squash plants, I'm going to say they're loaded with powdery mildew, as you can see. I tried treating them in the beginning and it just failed. So they're on their way dying. I have this squash. And this is the one that I said is pretty big. I was going to bring my ruler out and I forgot. I'd say it's about a foot tall. It doesn't look as big in the video, but it's a good size one. I'm proud of that one. This plant's completely died. And it's got just a little teeny squash. That thing's not very big, if you can see to my boot. And then this one's nice. That one will be tasty. But all these plants have powdery mildew too, and they're just dying off. Got another squash there, a little one. So as far as these butternut bush plants went, I won't plant those again next year. The one with the big one that's about a foot tall, that wasn't a bush. That was just a regular butternut, and I'll probably just do that next year. My moonflower that was supposed to grow 20 feet high has gotten almost as tall as me, so about 5 feet. I'm just 5'1", I think. But far from 20 feet, and it's diseased and got blight now. My acorn squash plant had the one acorn squash, which has done absolutely nothing for months. And this plant too has the powdery mildew. And I haven't been fertilizing, so a lot of the problems with the growth has to do with me not probably fertilizing as much as I should. Some of these sunflower heads are really nice and big. I have a real big one up there. The bees are still enjoying. My zinnias are still hanging in there and looking lovely. Lots of zinnias will be planted next year. Along with, I'm going to try calendulums that my friend plants. A lot of my sunflowers are just dying off. Now my pepper plant here, my Purple Beauty, I had a nice Purple Beauty pepper in the beginning of the season. And now, this is kind of late, but it's all of a sudden producing the peppers. All of a sudden. So I don't know if they'll make it or not. And I have some yellow peppers that I don't... This is a bigger one. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. My banana peppers, I've been enjoying in salads every day, and I still have quite a few on my plant. Yep, every time I've been making salads for my cherry tomatoes, and I put a banana pepper in every time, and it's delicious. My little red pepper plant has a bunch of peppers on it. Whether or not they'll turn red has yet to be seen. Here's some more marigolds. My cilantro. I'm going to harvest soon the seeds. Here's these double sunker petunias, and they've really bushed out lately. Looking beautiful. The marigolds are hanging in there and blooming. These giant, I don't know if they're giant, but the bigger headed marigolds. My cosmos are still, there's a lot of white still, but look how pretty. I definitely love the cosmos. They bloomed steady all summer and still going strong. Still going strong. My lemon balm is looking a little sickly. Because it's invasive, I'm not going to plant it into the ground. I'm just probably going to throw the plant out for the winter and buy a new one next year. I know I could do a cutting, but I don't think it would survive in my apartment unless I have grow lights, and I don't have room for that because I live in a little tiny studio. These red ones are still blooming. Yeah, now I still have carrots that I need to dig up, but I want to make sure I have some energy to do something with them this time other than just throw them to the rabbits because I'm lazy. Here's some more sunflowers drying for the seeds or for the birds. More pansies. There's a bee. The strawberries that I'm overwintering. This guy, I keep forgetting to buy the little net to save the seeds. My snapdragons are still blooming. There's one there. My cilantro, I'm surprised. This is my second planting and it was looking really good, and I noticed it was already bolting, which we've had weather in the 60s, so why it was bolting, I don't know. Now today it's going to get warm, so it probably won't like that, but I'm going to have to use it in some cooking here because otherwise it's just going to go to waste. My peas, I picked a few the other day, and this is my second planting of peas. And here where I'm at in zone 4B, I planted these, I think, the beginning of August, the second batch, and they're doing so much better than what I planted in the beginning of June. They're flowering. So I'll be picking peas and eating peas here in a few days. If you've been watching my garden videos, you know I planted a purple bean row right here. Well, they flowered, but they were so full of blight, I just didn't feel that they were going to produce the actual beans. I pulled them all. Yeah, so I guess that is it for what is left of my garden. Still enjoying it. I am still enjoying it. I'm looking forward to snowshoeing out there. There's a labyrinth of trails in the woods where I will be snowshoeing this winter and looking for wildlife, and hopefully I can film some and show you. That's what I enjoy doing, is snowshoeing in the winter or even hiking through there. All right, that's it. Thanks again, and take care.